Hey guys, Allie here. I'm going on a walk with my dog. I hope the volume is okay, but I'm not going to know until I listen back to it. I don't even know if I'm going to show the video of the walk. I'm very much an amateur at this kind of thing, but I'm feeling really drawn to just post videos of talking mainly about manifestation stuff. And I don't really know why. I don't know. I mean, I would like it to be something that I could do every day and make a living on and things like that, because it's what I'm totally most passionate about. But, you know, no expectations, but I am just going to follow what I'm inspired to talk about right now. But for any of you tuning in, I am very much a beginner, and I will no doubt show myself from time to time, but I'm also feel shy. Come on, Jassy. It's my dog Jasper. But I'm also really shy, so I'm just going to honor that right now too. So and just go with it. But I was thinking about the new year and what am I going to do this year to make it different from last year. And saying that, it doesn't mean that I'm not happy or I didn't have, good times and stuff last year. But there are things that I really want to experience that I haven't yet. And so I definitely want next year to look different. I want it to look like what I'm imagining, what I'm picturing. And as I was flying back from visiting family over the holidays, I was thinking, how can I make sure that my next year doesn't look exactly the same, because that's what's happened a lot. And that, I don't want that. I want to progress into whatever my wish fulfilled looks like. I have a couple of ideas. But I was like, what can I do differently? And I've been feeling really drawn to or inspired to, when I get up in the morning, to do some stretching, to do a short meditation. And even if it's short, that's fine. And then do some writing. And so I tried this a couple of times off and on during the year, but I never really stuck to it. And I would also judge if I didn't do it long enough. And I realized that it doesn't matter how long, just to stop judging it and to just do what I can do right now. But to commit to doing something in the morning to set up my day and to get me in a state of mind that looks more like my wish fulfilled. Because what I noticed is that I continually would get sucked in the morning. I'd wake up, get coffee, check my phone, and I'm really not all that into the phone stuff, but I did check it. And then my day would be off, but I would get sucked in and my day would basically be, it would look like every other day, because that's the state of mind and state of being I was inhabiting. I wasn't choosing to be in another state. I was just letting the external kind of dictate, the flow and the way it's always been. So I've realized that I really have to set my state of mind in the morning and do my best to stick with that. And of course, like everybody, I get sucked into different things that go on around me. But as long as I'm aware of that and can come back to the state of being that I want to inhabit, that's the first step. And so once I got back from, my trip, regardless of how long it is or how short it is in the morning, I'm going to take that time, because I don't want to just keep living the same day over and over. And that's kind of what I've felt like I've been doing for a long time. But it all makes sense, because that's basically, I've just been letting the flow of the day dictate my state of being, and I've just gone with it instead of me being the one dictating. And another thing that I've noticed is when I start my day off from that good place, the day just goes a lot better, and I'm much more aware and conscious. I slow down a lot more during the day, and that helps me too. Yeah, it's funny how that is. You think like these little things don't make any difference, but they actually make quite a big difference. So I'm going to commit to myself to do that. And the part that I love the most, the stretching helps because it slows down my mind. My mind wants to jump in and get on and get my coffee and start the day and all that kind of stuff. But the stretching, I just watched some YouTube video, really helps to slow down my mind. And usually it's just like 10 to 15 minutes. And then right now I'm doing a 5-minute meditation. I don't want to overdo it in terms of, I need to sit down for 20 minutes, because I'm just going to do small steps. I'm just going to do small steps and let it go from there. And my favorite part is the writing, because you can really, so then I get my coffee when I'm writing, you can really start to like journal, and I journal as if I'm already in the state of being where everything that I desire to experience is already manifested in the 3D, and that feels really good, and it really sets me up for the day. Another key thing that I noticed is that for years I've done this, is if I have an imaginal scene or something that I want to experience and it's not here right now in this 3D, I would reject what was here and I would pick it apart bit by bit. And but that didn't feel good. I mean, even if I'm not in the place of my dream life or my dream job, to reject what is or has manifested as of today in the 3D is to reject everything. If I'm rejecting it, I'm also keeping it in place. So I've learned I'll just do the best I can and do the best I can every day where I'm at, but hold that vision in that state of being that I want to experience in the 3D. Just keep focusing on that in my mind. And then I find I actually enjoy, like I said, even though it's not my highest experience or my most desired experience right now, I find that the day, I really enjoy everything in the day. And that's basically if I'm trusting that it's all leading to everything I desire to experience. And that makes a big deal, So for years, I'd reject and pick away at what was wrong with this or what was wrong with that in the job I was in, or just in, any area, but job and work was a big area. And that just, in this year, I just realized that just kept that reality in place. I was rejecting it. I was holding it in place. So now I just am focusing on the flow and knowing, and I keep reminding myself, and what feels really good is when I think everything is leading me to what all I want to experience and all that I desire. Because it is. I mean, creation is finished. Everything is manifested. And if I have these desires, if I have the things, the images, everything that I want to experience, it's already done. How that's going to come about, I'm not sure. I'm not going to waste my energy on that, although I spent many years wasting energy on that, and that didn't get me anywhere. So, creation, source, our higher selves, they can see the full picture. Our smaller selves cannot. So I leave that up to them. I do fall back, of course, like everybody, but the key is to being aware when you fall back and to recognize it, and then to put yourself back and focus on the state of being that you want to experience. So that's just what I felt like talking about today. And a friend of mine told me, because I've had the desire to start putting out videos, you look at other YouTubers and stuff and you think, what I need to do to be successful, or, you know, all that stuff. And I thought, I don't want to compare myself at all. Comparing doesn't feel good to me. And who's to say it can't be just any way that we want it to be? It doesn't have to look like anybody else. There's plenty of people out there, and we're here to just bring our own gifts. So I thought, if I don't start, then I'll never start. There'll always be some other reason why I'm not starting. So I'm just starting, and it's not perfect, but it's a start. And yeah, and I hope if this resonated with anybody, please, you know, feel free to like and subscribe and all that. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. Pretty open here. So have a good day, guys. Thanks for listening.